Right then, this is now my WWE SummerSlam 2024 review. I'm going to be going through all the matches and rating them out of 10 and rating the show out of 10 at the very end. So yes, let's get right into it. So the first match started off with Liv Morgan defending her World Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley, who was accompanied by Dominic Mysterio at the start of the match. Should we say? Good match between these two, of course. Thought Liv Morgan started quite well in the match. She was going right after Rhea Ripley. But, I mean, to be fair, at the start, though, she was going in, out, but eventually got the upper hand over Rhea Ripley at the start. Rhea Ripley ended up being able to, switch hands quite a bit as well. Got some momentum going, beating up Liv Morgan. But eventually, though, Liv Morgan managed to turn the tides again. And eventually, Rhea Ripley's shoulder popped out of the socket. And Liv Morgan was just consistently going after that hurt shoulder of Rhea Ripley, and was just really just teeing off on that, really going after it, putting a real beating on it, until eventually Rhea Ripley shoved her shoulder into the announce table, and then they eventually was able to pop back into the socket. Then Rhea Ripley, came in like she had a hot tag or something, and was just going right after Liv Morgan with some nice drop kicks, nice moves, hit the riptide, which Liv Morgan was able to get out of. But then we get to the interesting part, because this is when we saw stuff with Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley had, it was Liv Morgan who first of all had the steel chair. She was going to go at Rhea with it as a point. Rhea managed to kick Liv Morgan, so that way she couldn't hit her with the chair. But Rhea Ripley wanted to try and end Liv Morgan with the steel chair, until Dominic Mysterio jumped up on the ring apron and said, "No, don't use the chair. You can beat her properly or something." So that's what she tried to do. And then while they were talking, Liv Morgan turned Rhea Ripley around into oblivion. Rhea Ripley managed to kick out of that one, though. Until eventually Dominic Mysterio was distracting the referee, and the chair so happened to be in place for another Liv Morgan oblivion, where this time she hit it on the chair onto Rhea Ripley, and that was that. 1, 2, 3, and Liv Morgan ended up retaining her Women's World Championship. And then as soon as it ends, right in front of Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio kisses Liv Morgan at the very end of the match. The story keeps on getting all weirder and weirder, because a few weeks ago, Dominic Mysterio was saying to Liv how she absolutely ruined his life. But yeah, I guess we're going to have to wait and see what the explanation is on Raw. But yeah, I know it just made no sense in my opinion. He hated her 2 weeks ago, and now he's kissing her. What's going on there? I don't know. But yeah, Liv Morgan retains, and yeah, what's going to happen with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio? What's going to happen with the Judgment Day? There was something else that happened with Emma later on in the show, which we'll get to. What do I rate that match out of 10? I give it an 8 out of 10. Solid stuff, and yeah, storytelling starting to get interesting as well. Okay, with Dominic. Next up, we got Sami Zayn defending his IC title against Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker completely squashed Sami Zayn in under 6 minutes. Braun Breaker basically dominated it from start to finish, really. The guy's so ridiculously quick and so good to watch as well, Braun Breaker. He's so good, to be fair. He's so ridiculously talented, hitting Sami with spears all over the place. Braun Breaker's an absolute powerhouse, if we're being real. He's an absolute monster in there. Honestly unreal. Braun Breaker destroys Sami Zayn. Braun Breaker is the new WWE Intercontinental title. Basically buried Sami Zayn, which, I wanted to see a bit more of a competitive one, but I guess Sami's beaten before, though, so it's he has got something to hang on to there. But yeah, definitely the right decision, putting the title on Braun Breaker 100%. He's going to start looking even better now. He's going to be even more exciting. His stock's only going to grow massively. Yeah, very important win for Braun Breaker. It wasn't really an entertaining match. It was just a squash. I'll say 7 because, it's good that we're putting Braun Breaker over, though. That's important. Next up, we got Logan Paul defending the United States Championship against LA Knight. He was with Machine Gun Kelly as well at the start. Okay, so before the match, they both started going at each other. LA Knight rocked up in Logan Paul's prime car, which he stole on the previous night on SmackDown. Rocked up in that. They started brawling before the match. LA Knight and Logan Paul both going at each other quite a bit. And then, yes, we were eventually able to start. And it was a good match, to be fair. There were good, solid near falls in it. I mean, you had a feel. I mean, you had a feeling Logan Paul could have possibly pulled off with his athleticism there, doing some good flips right onto LA Knight with near falls. But yeah, LA Knight, managed to get the win. Thank God for that. Hitting the VFT onto Logan Paul. Machine Gun Kelly and I think Logan Paul's mates tried to get involved as well. But LA Knight was all good. LA Knight managed to retain and the new LA Knight. LA Knight is now the new WWE United States Champion, overcoming the odds. There we go, with Logan Paul getting help. LA Knight's overcame. LA Knight's the new champ. There we go. 7 out of 10 I give that match. Good, solid stuff. Okay, next up we have got, we had Bayley defending the WWE WWE Women's Championship against Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax. Nia Jax ended up winning the match against Bayley. Good match overall, to be fair. Bayley had some good moments, had some near falls. All the crowd were behind Bayley, of course, as expected. Nia Jax was just really, Nia Jax still, she's doing the best wrestling of her career, really. And Nia Jax won the match, and I think deservedly as well, 100%. Tiffany Stratton looked to cash in, but Bayley was able to knock her off. Then, that distracted Bayley. Nia Jax was able to take advantage. There we go, 1, 2, 3. Nia Jax is now the new WWE Women's Champion and Queen of the Ring as well. It's deserved from Nia. Best wrestling of her career, which she's doing at this moment in time. Fair play to her. She's changed her career around a lot. Doing her best work in ages. Deserved. Queen of the Ring. Women's World Champion. There we go. Nia Jax wins and the new. There we go. Good match. I think that one... I'd give it 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Good match we had there. Okay, next up we got Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with Seth freaking Rollins as the special guest referee. Good match, of course. These guys were beating the absolute shit out of each other as expected, of course. Drew McIntyre, really just taking out CM Punk, throwing him around quite a lot, showing he's the stronger man. And CM Punk as well, had some good moments throughout. CM Punk had near falls where the fans got excited, thinking he was going to do it, but Drew was able to get out of it. But it all got interesting when CM Punk and Seth Rollins were arguing. Then eventually Drew McIntyre bumped into CM Punk, and then Seth Rollins just got knocked outside of the ring. And then CM Punk hit the go to sleep onto Drew McIntyre. Seth was out for about 10 seconds before he eventually got back in, made the count. 1, 2, Drew McIntyre kicked out. CM Punk was not happy at this at all. He had a big go at Seth Rollins and hit the go to sleep on Seth Rollins after that as well. Then Drew McIntyre was actually able to take advantage as well, though. Hit a Claymore onto CM Punk. Seth eventually was able to get right back in there after a bit of time. And yes, Drew McIntyre actually low-blowed CM Punk before he hit the Claymore on CM Punk. After CM Punk hit the go to sleep on Seth, Drew hit the Claymore to CM Punk. Seth took a while to get back in, but it was 1, 2, 3 anyway. And Drew McIntyre got his revenge on CM Punk after he's costing him the whole time. The match was, about the bracelet of CM Punk quite a bit as well, which CM Punk got back eventually, but Drew McIntyre took it again at the end of the match. There we go. It's going to continue this feud. Seth's going to get involved once again. It's getting really interesting between these three. In my opinion, with these three, it's the most entertaining feud right now in WWE. Possibly apart from the Bloodline stuff, I don't know. Anyway, okay, next up we got Damian Priest defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther. Good match this, to be fair. I mean, you know, both guys are such heavy hitters. Gunther with his old classic chops. Damian Priest hitting some good solid clotheslines on Gunther. I thought these two had excellent chemistry today as well. By the way, the Drew McIntyre CM Punk match gets a 9 out of 10. Very good stuff there. But yeah, Gunther, Damian Priest. Gunther hitting his chops. Damian Priest, such a powerhouse, you know, being able to throw Gunther around a bit as well. Gunther also able to chuck Damian Priest a bit around as well. Both guys are powerhouses. They're both so strong, putting on a big show. Both big guys. We knew it was going to be an absolute banging match, and it certainly was that. But all the controversy came when it looked like Damian Priest had Gunther hit the South of Heaven chokeslam to right onto Gunther. Looked like Damian Priest had it. 1, 2, Finn Balor hops up on the rope and puts Gunther's foot on the rope. And Gunther was able to stay in it. Damian Priest didn't know to begin with. Then he looked on the big screen, wasn't happy with Finn Balor at all. But while he was looking back, Gunther was able to get the submission in on Damian Priest and was trying to choke him out. Damian Priest managed to fight back out of it, take out Gunther, and then went out to Finn, put his hand on his neck. Gunther then was able to turn it around, get Damian Priest into a powerbomb, hit him with that, then got him into the choke again, and Damian Priest faded out. And Gunther is now our new World Heavyweight Champion. There we go. So, yes, Gunther is now the new World Heavyweight Champion. And then, of course, as well, we, of course, got Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. And Damian Priest, I keep forgetting. Damian Priest Gunther gets an 8 out of 10. What's going to happen with Finn? But yeah, as well, though, what will happen with... what is going to happen with Damian Priest and Finn Balor? I think it's going to be really interesting. What's going to happen with Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley? What's going to happen with the Judgment Day? So many questions to be answered on Raw. I can't wait. What's Carlito going to do? Going to be interesting to see. Anyway, then we go to our main event. Bloodline Rules match as announced on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes defending his undisputed WWE Championship against Solo Sikoa. Great match, this, in my opinion. Bloodline Rules, as we all know. So it was Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa going at it for a good 15 minutes or so with nothing happening, you know, like no weapons used or anything. You know, they were both just going at it, where we got some good near falls. Cody Rhodes with the Cody Cutter, Solo hitting Cody with a good few slams throughout the match as well. Until eventually the Bloodline came rushing in. Tama Tonga Loa, you know, came rushing in. I think Jacob Fatu was there as well, because obviously he eventually came back. But yeah, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton then eventually came running out, took them out. They all went brawling into the crowd. Then they all went off, left Cody and Solo on their own. Then they had a good few near falls again, going at it. Good match overall, to be fair. And then as well, we eventually saw Jacob Fatu come back, and he was able to put Cody Rhodes through the announce table. Looked like it was going to be it. Got him back in the ring. 1, 2. Cody Rhodes kicked out of a near fall. Then they go at Cody again, give him a bit of a beatdown. Both Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, but Cody Rhodes kicks out again. Then eventually Cody Rhodes is able to take Jacob Fatu out. I think, because it was when it was actually when Jacob Fatu put Cody Rhodes through the announce table. That was last, actually, when Jacob Fatu put Cody Rhodes through the announce table. Jacob Fatu took himself out as well, basically. Then they both get back Cody and Solo get back in the ring, going at it, and eventually as well, we see Cody Rhodes come back, hits a good move on Solo. Both guys are down. Then you hear the real Tribal Chiefs music hit. Roman Reigns music hit. He comes, running straight down to the ring. Superman punches Solo Sikoa, hits him with a spear. Then Cody Rhodes is able to, Cody Rhodes is looking pretty shocked here after Roman Reigns' return, and he's turning on Solo. Cody Rhodes is then able to hit the crossroads and, pin Solo Sikoa. Cody Rhodes is still the undisputed WWE champion after Roman Reigns makes his absolutely extraordinary return, which people have been waiting for. Very, very, very bloody exciting stuff. Then, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns staring at each other after the match. Roman Reigns is now a babyface. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this, with the bloodline stuff, to be fair. Going to be really fun, going to be really interesting. Roman Reigns is back. Could we see him and Cody down the line as well? Possibly, in my opinion. We definitely will. Anyway, good show overall. I give that match a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Thought it was fantastic. And with the Roman return, just made it even better. Overall, I think the show gets a solid 8 out of 10. Thought it was very good overall. We had some great memorable moments, many title changes as well. Roman Reigns coming back, Dominic turning on Rhea, Finn Balor turning on Priest. We had a lot going on. LA Knight finally got his moment. Just fantastic stuff overall, to be fair. Drew getting his revenge, and it's just a great show, to be fair. So many storylines to be continued as well. So many things getting interesting. Can't wait to see what's going to happen now. Can't wait to see the fallout. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.